So, Revezy, late season climb, number 5 in the leaderboard at the moment. Very, very impressive. I'm not sure where CRR is, but I think he was just into the top 100 last time. I'm not sure, gonna be honest. I'm not sure. I don't really remember what his exact rank was, but yeah, Revezy climbing up there. He's the second highest rated English player. He's the second highest rated European player, third highest on the EU server, because Khaled, of course, does play EU server from the Middle East. And yeah, for that reason, I'm going to say Revezy. Heavy favorite here. Yeah, we're playing a best of 5 today, as usual, with most show matches. Let's get game 1 underway. The CRR in the blue, Revezy in the orange. Chosen by Revezy. I actually invited them both to the party, and they were both in this blue car, almost identical blue car with the OEM wheels. The CRRs insisted it wasn't exactly the same color. And we start off with Revezy absolutely crushing the kickoff there. He just had a wave. Did he just have a wave dash recovery in that kickoff? Did I catch that right? I think he did. Yeah, no, he's gone for another one. So I think he just dominated a kickoff with a wave dash recovery in the back pocket as well. But that's a decent flick from CRR. I've been saying quite a lot recently that when you go straight to the net, you really have to be accurate with your flick. But that's an example of being accurate to flick. If you can, it does work out well. Great response from CRR. Revezy kind of botching these wave dash recovery kickoffs. The first one was phenomenal. Then the 2 after that were less than ideal. He's not getting those quick recoveries that he wants. Yeah, thank you to everybody saying happy birthday. And yeah, last time I streamed, I was doing the Lenovo stream. Nice play by CRR again. So last time he went for the big flick from this position. Now he goes for a fake flip into a pop on the second jump. So that's faking a 45-degree flick in reverse, and then instead popping the ball to the near post. Really good mix-up in the offense from CRR. Yeah, like I was saying, my last stream before this was the Lenovo stream, and I didn't have my Twitch chat up in front of me, so I missed every single message from that stream pretty much. Missed every single alert. So if you were trying to chat to me during the Lenovo stream on my channel, which was on Saturday, or if you were trying to sub, and yeah, sorry, I didn't have time to respond to any of those. We were pretty busy, just focusing on casting that event. Ton of fun to work with those guys. Look at the mix-up from CRR again. So he's done 3 completely different things from similar positions. Dribbling quite straight at the net, fakes that reverse 45-degree flick. You see how he's leaning his car forward there to really make it look like he's going to flick the ball. He has no intention of doing so, given how Revezy was positioned. Both players wave dashed in the kickoff to recover quickly, and Revezy's got the bump to leave the net wide open. And gets his second goal of the game, both from kickoffs or immediately afterwards. So what have we got for the channel prediction here? I'm trying to pay attention. Oh, sorry, I accidentally tapped out with the game full screened. That was my bad. Okay, we just got a series prediction here, and I imagine that Revezy's getting the most of the votes, but you never know. Maybe if the odds are good enough. Little ball chase there from Revezy. He gets another goal right after a kickoff, and he's going to get another one here as well. Although, he's not getting the best wave dash recoveries. They're still working out. He's mixing it up, even with the wave dash recovery on the kickoff. He accidentally jumped there. He didn't mean to. He meant to front flip into the ground, of course. But you'll notice that although Revezy is always saving that flip to recover with, he's not approaching the ball at the same speed. He's just delayed the last one. Speaking of delays, there's a delayed flick from CRR there. Now Revezy making a beeline for that wall. Plenty of space to land one reset and a second one, but no way to get back to the ball afterwards. Hey Toxic, thanks to the 3-month Prime. Loving checking out your replays every now and then. See who you've been running into in ranked. If you missed it, I did upload a Toxic versus Monkey Moon mini series. They played 3 ranked games recently, so I casted them, uploaded them to the YouTube channel. If you've not checked them out, definitely I would recommend doing so. Really, really cool games. Look at CRR again. This is very interesting because we've had Revezy scoring with 4 different variations of kickoff pressure, and now CRR scored with a 4th variation of dribbling the ball straight at Revezy, this time getting the air dribble started and bumping Revezy out of the way. So massive variety from these guys. Now CRR is just capitalizing on Revezy's bad clear And now he takes the lead. So he didn't go for the mid boost here. Revezy probably thought CRR was going to go for the mid boost. CRR stuck around, putting those 3s aerials to good use to go 1 up again. Flying Tart, thanks to the birthday wishes. Cheers for the 5-month prime as well. Yeah, really cool games. Toxic, what do you think about Monkey Moon in ones? Is he tough to play against compared to the others? Well, maybe tough to play against is the wrong way to describe what I'm trying to ask. Is he tough to read compared to other players who play more ones actively at the top of the ladder right now? Because watching Monkey Moon play, he does have quite a different style. And he is just so fast. Every time he goes for an aerial, he's getting it. Like, he's just getting the ball so quickly. Really different play style compared to others. Caught you off guard. Yeah, he's it looks very awkward to play against, but very effective. Speaking of effective, CRR's flicks continue to impress. Really turning a long way around there. More than a reverse 45-degree flick. That's more like a reverse 90, sideways 90, I should say. And again, he is actually reverse flicking, so I was correct the first time. That's Sakagewa. Not sure how I'm supposed to say that, but thanks for the 5-month prime. Almost on the second trimester subs indeed. Cheers for that. Appreciate it, man. I'll tell you boys what, CRR is doing a lot better in this one I thought he did, or I thought he would, because Revezy being this active in the runs rank ladder, and on top of all the experience that he's got in show matches and all the success he's had in ones tournaments, really, for me, maybe think he's going to be a heavy favorite here, but CRR's been so consistent, he's been so clinical with his finishing, that Revezy is actually struggling in the matchup here. Good recovery by CRR there. Revezy thought he had an opening. CRR gets back to the ball to close the door on it. I don't know if Revezy realized CRR was completely boost starved there, because he probably could have stuck around. And he should still, after all said and done, and he does, get that 5th goal for himself. What's the best way to counter a straight kickoff if the opponent just drives straight into the ball and flips forward? So just to clarify, Jerry850, if you mean by straight kickoff driving into the ball and flipping, you just mean that they're literally driving into the ball and flipping into the ball when they get there. That's all they're doing. You want to know how to counter that one exactly? Well, one of the disadvantages, so the main disadvantage of simply driving into the ball from the spawn and flipping is it's not very efficient. You actually use all your boost to get to the ball. If you're going to accelerate up to supersonic, the flip helps you accelerate to supersonic. So if you just simply flip on your way to accelerate and then you also flip into the ball, then what you've done is you've arrived at the ball at the same time, if not slightly quicker than the player who's driving into the ball. And then when you both flip into it, he's using all of his boost to do that, and you've still got 20 boosts left over. So that's the advantage. That's the counter, is you just have boosts left over. You don't necessarily need to win the kickoff. You don't need to score a goal in the kickoff. You just need to get the ball before, or get back to the ball before the other guy does, which you will if you've got more boost on him. So don't use all your boost. Just save your boost. But if you're losing, it's probably not to do with the approach. If you're losing to somebody who's driving into the ball and then just flipping into it, you're probably just losing because of the way that you hit the ball more than anything else. Because there's no way that should be a kickoff that causes you problems. Nice game there by CRR, hanging on at the end there. Revezy's starting to claw his way back, but the deficit was too significant. Let's see if CRR can get even more from this matchup and get an upset win over Revezy, or at least, in my opinion, an upset win. They reminded the first goal of the BDS the most NA-like team. Oh my goodness. Hey Fear, thanks to the raid, man. If anyone's not been aware, anyone's not noticed, Fear's doing a 1v1 tournament. Well, actually, I think it started last weekend, but it's also going to be this weekend as well. And I'm not going to be able to. I saw there's a whole bunch of streamers who are collaborating on it, which is awesome. I'm not going to be able to, because I'm away this weekend, so I will not be available. Fear knows this. I'm just telling all of my viewers here, because I don't think I've talked about it before. So yeah, that's just if anybody's wondering why am I trying to avoid collabing? Well, actually, no. We've tried several times to collaborate on these events, and it just always turns out to be times when I'm away, which really sucks. But you guys should all go check it out. It's really cool to see that there's a high level ones event right now. Absolute banger by Revezy here. Perfect height on the shot after the reset. Look at us skipping the replay. Just a sick flip reset shot. Couldn't be 2019, couldn't be 2020. It's probably 2022 when you're doing that. It's just standard now. It's standard for these guys. Well, quelling the chat's conspiracy theories. I've not even noticed if there were any. I just assume that that's what people would think. They'll be like, why are all these different streamers collaborating on this 1v1 event, and then the other 1v1 streamer Johnny is not? So I just wanted to quickly tell you guys that it's nothing to do with, there are no conspiracy theories. I'm just not in town. I'm not at my streaming setup this weekend, nor was I last weekend either. I was at Lenovo last weekend. This weekend I'm just going away with my girlfriend and some friends, so that's been planned since before I knew that there even was a ones event this weekend. A bit of a shame that we didn't have the ability to team up on it, but I'm sure it's going to go great. Excited to see who wins. Ooh, that is a crunching challenge by CRR. Revezy didn't really flip too badly into this, but he just got obliterated anyway. Am I guessing the Lenovo Grand Finals as well? I hope so. I should be. We haven't had that all confirmed yet, but if they liked how the first event went, then I'm sure they're going to go for the same again. I'm very interested to see this constant strategy switch up that we're seeing from CRR. So in the last game, we saw starting off with flicks, then he went for a couple of mind games, and then he went for an air dribble bump, then he went for more flicks. And this game has been low 50-50, so he's really keeping Revezy guessing here with his ground game. And CRR is a player who's got a sick aerial game as well. But look at this, again, just keeps on mixing up his offense. I don't think he's done the same thing twice in a row, which is a great thing to take note of. It's a great thing to attempt to do in your own ones games. Try and keep on switching up your play, keep on switching up your strategy. Even minor, small changes can make a big difference. Hey Kizzy Butler, thanks to the 23-month Prime, and also Mismatched Socks, thanks to the brand new Prime. Lovely save by CRR, deflecting the ball into the corner. Revezy not really making the most of his boost advantage there, actually deflects the ball to the other end of the field with that 50. That gives CRR all the time that he needed to grab even more boost. Second flip reset goal attempted, and this time it will not work for Revezy. I'd love to see more of that aerial game from CRR, because he is so fast and he's so talented in the air. I'm sure we'll see it a little bit, but at the same time, his ground game's been so crushing today. Don't really blame him for sticking to it. That's a great challenge as well. No panics, just single jumps into the ball and then turns his car around, dodges into the ball very calmly. Didn't rush. Oh my. Oh, look at the placement from Revezy. He really snuck that one in. Fakes a air dribble and then absolutely snipes the bottom corner with a flick. That's pretty insane, because CRR was covering that side of the goal there, but he just couldn't reach it. Mac Pontano Flow, thanks for the 6-month Prime. Welcome back to the channel. Also, Buchanan, thanks for gifting us up to happy birthday. What? Is this just an account? There's no way that there's an account right now in chat called Happy Birthday. You've just done that. Did I read chat? Indeed I do. Oh, that's a bit unlucky for Revezy, but stunning flick from CRR nonetheless. Yeah, Revezy just had to jump. The CRR flicks have been so impressive that Revezy just has to assume that that's on target. Such variety from CRR with the flicks. Delayed flicks and quick flicks like the one we just saw. Oh, Revezy's not even going to attempt to get back here. He's been tripped on his route back to the corner. We might be able to see it here in the replay. We will. Yeah, Revezy flipping a bit too close to CRR there. That is not a direction that he had to take to get to the ball first. Oh, is there... Okay, maybe somebody could explain to me what is happening with the format for the It's called, is this stage of the tournament still called the Swamp? I know that there's, last weekend's tournament was called the Swamp, right? The one that Fear's doing. Is it the Swamp this weekend as well? Is it all the Swamp? Or is it like different stages? What's the format this weekend? What's happening? I'll have to go check that out. Even though I won't be able to watch. Swiss in a playoff. Ah, okay. So, spread over how many days? 3 days? What rounds are going to be on what days? That's the next question. Wow, what a save. What a save by CRR. Revezy putting in another top shelf reset, but CRR swats it away, making it look easy as well. Same as RLCS would be. So is the entire Swiss happening on the Friday? This weekend? Is that what it is? That's going to be a lot. Like, the thing about 1v1 Swiss is the games in ones take longer than the games in threes. So 1v1 Swiss will be brutal. I mean, that will really show you who the best players are. Obviously, consistent best players. It's going to be tough. So 1v1 is a lot more draining physically and mentally than threes. Yo, King Spectre, thanks to the 62-month tier 1. Welcome back to the channel, of course. And thank you for the birthday wishes. Revezy, again, just leaving himself with far too much to do. And even more one-sided game here in favor of CRR, who is really stepping up here. It's been a while since I saw such a consistent flick performance out of someone. I'm trying to think off the top of my head, and I don't think I can think of somebody who's just had such a solid flick game, like an entire game. Probably Appjack. I probably guessed at an Appjack Showmatch or replays recently that had ridiculous flicks on display start to finish, because that's one of his strengths and always has been. But this is right up there with anyone. I mean, CRR. Oh yeah, maybe a Lion Blaze series, yeah. Moxie possibly. I mean, this is up there with any of those players though, like what CRR is producing here. Extremely consistent, tons of variety, and not telegraphed at all. Like, his flicks have it's never been obvious what he's doing. That's the part that really impresses me the most. Revezy's got a lot of experience in these kind of positions. He is not to be counted out yet. Let's see what his game plan is to deal with the Spanish monster that CRR is rapidly becoming these days. Yeah, Luis is definitely insane. There's no shame in losing to Luis now. Did Luis beat CRR with his, what are the wheels called again? The wagon wheels? Is that what they're called? Is Luis still wagon wheeling everybody? Uh-oh. CRR turns the wrong way after grabbing the boost. And Revezy spots him off the goal line. Let's see what Revezy saw in this play. Yeah, he did see CRR going for the boost. That's a great play to just shoot immediately. CRR just taking a bit too long to turn back to the net. Whenever you turn away from the back wall like that, your path back to net is a little bit longer. Revezy, not for the first time, messing up the wave dash recovery. He's either not getting the correct impact on the ball today, or he's just rushing the wave dash, because I've seen several where he tries to go for the wave dash after the kickoff and just his car rolls over. That's the problem that a lot of players have when they're learning how to wave dash. They just flip too early before their back wheels are actually touching the ground, and that causes the car to completely turn over. But obviously Revezy's not new to wave dashes, so I don't think that's the problem with what he's doing. I think, based on what I'm seeing, it looks like Revezy is actually just leaning back a tiny bit too far into the ball, because a lot of the impacts are knocking his car like almost completely backwards, which is not ideal. You never want your car to get completely flattened by one of these kickoffs. It's what makes the wave dash recovery kickoff so difficult, is you need to be very precise with how you jump into the ball in the first place. And let's take another look and see how he does on this one. So yeah, he's having to wait a long time there for the car to fall back down. And, in the tight scenarios where he's not sure if he's going to get to the ball fast enough, he has panicked one or two times and flipped too early. CRR's defense on the Revezy aerial plays has been solid. He's saving the majority of them. Now, Revezy's not going all in on many of them. He's given himself the chance to put a tough shot on net, but then has a recovery plan should it fail. CRR spotted the pre-jump, tried to air dribble past it, but Revezy also adapted mid-air after noticing that CRR was going for this. Easily the best game yet for Revezy in terms of control. Yeah, we're like, wait, thanks to the 6-month tier 1. He says, can we go to the same shot again? Hey, we'll have to wait and see, huh? We'll have to wait and see what happens. I wonder if I wonder if they're going to put all of the UK people in the same plane to the winter major. That would be pretty cool. Cheers to the 6 months, mate. Good luck in LA. If I don't get a chance to say it to you again, hopefully I will. And Ford, thanks to the 4-month prime. Appreciate it, man. Rick Slick 1029, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Esberg and Top Bogs are both get random gifted resubs there as well. You think everyone has different flights? Okay. Interesting. I hope I'm not on a flight by myself. That'll be so boring if I'm on a 13-hour flight by myself. It's not even like you get a chance to, you know, if you're sitting in different parts of a plane, it's not even like you get a chance to talk that much. But even just like breaking the monotony of a 13-hour flight with going to have a chat with somebody briefly is really cool to be able to do. Got Visa yet? No, but it's been worked on, so we'll see. We'll see. I've mentioned this before. I'll briefly mention it again for anyone who's not aware. As Revezy slaps a flick top shelf, we have to see this from his POV. Sorry, CRR. But yeah, the visa situation is always complicated for getting work in the US, but it's been made even more complicated due to COVID. But Psionics are getting all of it sorted on our behalf, which is very kind of them. And yeah, hopefully the visas come through for all of the international, all of the non-American casters to work the event. But should they not, then I'm sure the event's going to be sick either way. And I'll just do a viewing party. So it's like a win-win for me. You know, either I get to go and cast or I get to not go and do viewing parties. Like I'm excited for both. You know, so for me, I don't really mind. Of course, it's always good to get the visa process finished because we're currently in it and it's just so confusing. Ooh, that is a pretty disgusting mind game by CRR. Revezy's fallen for a few of these. The CRR's already got the ball going towards the net here. Revezy, you know, you're probably wondering why is he falling for this? Well, number one, because he double jumped there instead of flipping into the ball. But number two, it's because CRR's flicks have been so insane. You know, these mind games won't work unless you score several flicks against your opponent. It's only once you score flick after flick after flick that your opponent's going to start pre-jumping like this. The CRR is adapting to those pre-jumps. He's now tied the game again. He's still on the hunt for the sweep here. This would be a different route to a game win than the previous two we've seen. CRR led and held on in game 1, led and remained comfortably ahead in game 2 throughout the entire game. This game, CRR was the one who started off behind. Continues to have a very good read on what Revezy's planning to do. Aerial game, ground game. I mean, that was a pretty sick flick by Revezy, and CRR was in the area for it. Revezy faking the air dribble. Pops a second time. Late dodge! Revezy goes one ahead. Great finish from Revezy, but it's all in the setup here. Delays the dodge, and I think maybe deflected that in off CRR. I can't really tell from the second camera angle there. Very, very tough to see that coming. From CRR's POV, it looked like Revezy might be trying to bump him, so CRR was not trying to get bumped, obviously. The next thing he knows, the ball's zooming into his net. Now CRR, big angle on the dribble. Not seen too much of that from him today. He's just been going straight at Revezy and making it work. That's actually got Revezy in a total shambles. The CRR's got the ball in the net now. Well, Revezy looked awkward, flipped forward into no man's land, didn't preemptively go up for this, and he just gets dunked on. He kind of got beaten to that one by CRR, who had a much easier angle to attack the ball, but with the time remaining, it makes sense for CRR to go for this. Revezy's going to do it all over again. Huge flick for a zero boost play, but unfortunately too big. Too much height for Revezy there. Control remains his, and very nice backboard touch, but CRR reads it, deflects it clear, and takes possession. What a play by CRR. Tried for the mind game. He wanted to get Revezy pre-jumping again. Revezy not going to fall for it on that occasion. Looking for the final play of the game. Air double bump being threatened here. And CRR gets the save right in the face of it. Stunning save by the Spaniards. 1 goal away from winning this. Delays the kickoff. Takes the possession. CRR cuts in field. He's got the boost as well. This is everything going for CRR. Steals the boost. He's threatening demo after demo. Revezy is just trying to stay alive. Trying to stay as close to the ball as he can. And he's done well here. Multiple demos being threatened, and now it's Revezy's turn to do the dirty on the back wall. Referee, they're both going to be calling the physical plays, raining in left, right, and center. Possession changes hands once again. Just over 30 seconds into OT. Revezy straight down the middle. Route 1. The CRR has gotten in a brilliant position to save yet another air dribble setup. Whether a bumper is being attempted by Revezy or not there. Revezy goes low. Wants to try and catch CRR out of position. CRR manages to stay goal side. Almost a minute into OT now. It's been mostly Revezy, but CRR is getting his chances as well. You know, he might go for this. He does. Revezy with full respect of that potential shot. Covered the net, even though it was a tight angle. Revezy's missed his flick, but the ball's going to come back to him. CRR actually sees that coming. Brilliant read, but he didn't see Revezy's demo in the back corner. Boost is there for Revezy as well. That is going to give him the acceleration to win the game here. And Revezy takes it. Wow, what a game. CRR was making some great moves, but he underestimated Revezy's recovery there. And he got caught in the back corner. Little bit unfortunate, but well played by Revezy. Really, really well played. Look at this game though. 12 saves for CRR. That was a disgusting game. Complete change from the previous two we saw, which mostly involved CRR attacking and succeeding in attack. This game, he was in the back foot, and the pre-jump saves kept him in this. Let's see if Revezy can keep up this momentum. Kawa PK, thanks to 12-month tier 1. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to start off game number 4 with what looks like a missed save for CRR. Well, he definitely ended up out of position here. What he was trying to do is catch Revezy turning away to create space for a run-up onto the ball. CRR knows he's not going to get the boost there, but he's hoping that Revezy, in the process of getting the boost, will drive away from the ball. Maybe leave the net open for CRR to take it for free, but yeah, Revezy didn't do that. He turned around with the boost right next to the ball, and then scores into the net that CRR struggled to defend. Now 2-0. Revezy takes the ball right into the open net after CRR overextends for a boost steal. A couple of early mistakes here for CRR. He doesn't want to get too risky here. I think one of the reasons he's been so consistent so far this series is because he's been risk averse, and now he's starting to take some risks right there, hoping that Revezy's not going to see the ball chase challenge coming at 0-0, then hoping that Revezy's not going to recover quickly so that he can steal the boost away. That's, you know, not really the way that you want to play against Revezy, who is so consistent and who is definitely cleaning up the mechanics. He wasn't getting the wave dashes earlier on, now he is. CRR wisely here staying on the ball, but with the limited boost that he had at his disposal, struggled to make the flick work. Revezy straight down the middle of the field. He is not getting any air dribble bumps to work on CRR. CRR is even mixing up his air dribble bump defense, sometimes diving straight forward, sometimes backing off, trying to get the reactive save. You know, if I was Revezy, I would not be telling him, or if I was Revezy's coach right now, if I was whispering in his ear, I'd be saying, stop the air dribble bumps, just flick, because you're not getting goals from the air dribble bumps. You're actually just landing in the net, conceding possession, and then CRR is the one who's attacking. Speaking of, CRR going to be in attack for a while here if he plays his cards right. He is in full control of this play. Revezy defending with 100 boost. Delayed flick, but Revezy reacts well to it. And look at the recovery for Revezy as well. That is such a good save. He doesn't panic even though the ball is going into this top corner. He just floats, waits for it, lands on the post, and beats CRR to the ball. Mickey Slayer, thanks to the 4-month prime. Welcome back to the channel. This has really turned into a defensive masterclass, but no defense is going to save a flick like this. This is kind of what I mean, you know, why are double bump when you can flick the ball as accurately as we just saw from Revezy? Even if that does get saved, CRR is probably landing inside the goal. Revezy can seal the boost away, and then he can turn around and attack again. He's not going all in. But he's botched another Rave Dash. That's going to give CRR his opening net. And when I say he's botched another Rave Dash, I should probably like highlight once again, he's not really, it's not the wave dash that's going wrong, it's the impact on the ball. He's just getting completely clattered on a lot of these kickoffs. Revezy just going to keep reversing here, is he? I was wondering if he would just keep reversing all the way back. You know, funnily enough, it might have been advantageous to do so. Just reverse over small boost pads, keep the ball, force CRR to come to you. If you're both on low boost and you're reversing over all the small pads, your opponent's coming at you, then they've got no pads to take, so you just took them all. Still a lot of time for CRR. No need to panic just yet. He is creating significant chances. These are real opportunities on net. My goodness, Revezy is just an animal with the resets today, though. You just cannot expect to save all of these. CRR's at a high percentage of saving them. That one is a bit too tough. The pop on this just all happened way too fast. Now 6-1. Where did this all come from? Revezy with the Revezy sweep. Sorry, that was terrible. Sayel Thinner, thanks for the brand new Prime. Yeah, but he really could do it here. CRR, known for getting nervous in the high pressure situations in ones. It's one of the things he's trying to work on. Revezy's got extensive experience in these kind of positions. Wins OT game 3 while facing triple match point. And immediately after taking that one, just goes right into domination mode. He's not going to give CRR any looks at the goal for free. He went for a bit of a ground pinch there. He's going to get an 8th goal. You know, CRR throwing caution to the wind here. Oh, never mind. Revezy's not going to get an 8th goal. He's backflipped. But Revezy, or rather, no, what I'm saying is CRR having to throw caution to the wind because, you know, when he's losing by 4, when he's losing by these scores 3, 4, even 5 goals, it's very possible to create enough chances to come back. But when you're down by 6, with only a minute left, you know, now it starts being a problem. Nice little mind game there by CRR. Let's see if he can build anything off the back of that goal. The worst possible follow-up, though, as Revezy takes the ball away once again. You've got to think that that's going to be another 20 seconds or so gone. That's if Revezy doesn't score himself. Well, he's actually landed really badly on the post here. Recovers well towards the mid-boost. CRR just has to go for it. No other option. Revezy just pre-jumps, reads the delayed flick, and all but confirms the win with that last play. GH Soul, thanks to the 2-year tier 1. Welcome back to the channel, man. Really appreciate that. Staying hydrated, I am indeed. I've got my water right here. I've paused to drink it several times. My voice just sounds like this because yesterday I was at a concert and then I did a lot of talking afterwards. So just definitely overused the vocal cords, but usually my voice tends to come back pretty quickly, and it's probably because I've casted so much over the past few years. Just recovers more quickly than when I was younger and not really practicing speaking as much. But that'll be a game 5 on the way, boys. CRR from 1 goal away now just has 1 game left to try and get the win. How was Dave? Favorite song he performed? Dave was exactly the same as he sounds on his songs, on his albums. Like you listen to a Dave song on Spotify, yeah, it sounds exactly the same live. No auto-tune, nothing. Yeah, just the exact same live. Very impressive. I'd definitely recommend. Favorite song? He did the Thiago Silva getting a fan up with him on stage again. That was pretty funny. It wasn't obviously as legendary as the first time it happened, but that was still pretty cool to see. The guy that he got up on stage to rap back and forth with him was going absolutely mental. He was going crazy. Yeah, if you guys have not seen that, you should definitely check out the video. It's where was it at again? Was it Reading? Can anyone chat confirm? I think it was Dave at Reading. Actually, I'll do it myself. I'll do it myself because I know I can find this quickly. Oh no, it's Glastonbury. Of course, it was Glasgow. Yeah, if you go search Alex Glastonbury, just like as it was typed in the chat there, Alex Glastonbury, you'll see the video that I'm talking about. One of the biggest UK, well, just like not even just rappers, but UK artists, full stop. He's an A-list celebrity in the UK, simply. He just like gets this random guy to come up on stage with him and rap one of his songs, and the guy did such a good job. It was really cool to see. Yeah, with the bucket hat, it was class. Everybody, like, the next year, I saw pictures of like Glastonbury the next year, and everybody had bucket hats on. Just because of that one guy with the bucket hat, Alex. Yeah, hilarious video. I definitely recommend. Hey, Hoodie Hoo, thanks for the 9-month Prime. How you doing, man? Hope you're having a good day. Alex made his own song. Was it any good? Was it any good? I wonder. Random playing drums at the Foo Fighters concert. I don't think I've seen that one. That sounds pretty cool, though. Right, let's see if Revezy can close this one out in style. The reverse sweep still on for him. Great defense by CRR once again, though, to maintain his 2-goal lead that he's already established for himself. You know that Revezy's going to come back strong. CRR needs to remain consistent. This time he's not able to stop the air dribble bump from connecting. Revezy's back within 1. Enjoy the series. I'm glad to hear it, man. I mean, this series has been really interesting. It looked like CRR was going to get the crazy upset 3-0. I don't know how he managed to perform at such a level. It's really impressive, and Revezy just dug in, started getting the comeback, and it's still very much on. Oh, this is interesting. So the players are just parked up alongside each other there. You couldn't really see it because they were off screen underneath the ball, but CRR wasn't letting Revezy turn there. At the same time, Revezy's presence made it awkward for CRR to get a goal. The score remains the same. Revezy driving away from the potential bump, gets scored on. Tough position for Revezy. He knows that if he drives up on the back wall here, he's going to get demoed. So he needed to stop, or else the bump is just going to take him out of the game. Bump or demo, it's going to be probably a goal for CRR either way. But unfortunately for Revezy, if he doesn't put himself in the line of fire, then CRR will just score as he did right there. It's a great challenge by Revezy. Not the best bounce for him. He would have loved that to just bounce flat, give him a chance of an immediate goal. As things stand, it's going to be another CRR possession play. CRR, knowing that Revezy used a bunch of boost to save the previous attack, felt confident moving in and pressuring the ball immediately afterwards. Another air dribble bump for Revezy. More of a pop up this time, but he's gone too high with it. He might still have a goal out of this. 2 more shots after the pop bump lands. One towards the top corner, which, yeah, CRR really did not see coming. And then another one into the open net. So CRR maybe making a little bit of a mistake there. He could have saved this towards the corner. It was a surprising and awkward position, to be fair. CRR, boost advantage. Revezy overcommits for it. Thought that he could catch CRR off guard. So I think what Revezy's thinking here is that CRR is not going to flip, because that's a bit of an awkward position to flip in. So let's just hope that he doesn't flip. Go for it ourselves. CRR did flip, so great play by CRR. He called Revezy's play to the T. Revezy's given away the possession here. He tried to get the possession and the boost, and he's only got the boost, and CRR is going to punish him for it. Crunches in a 5th goal. Another sick mind game as well. Yeah, Revezy's making mistakes in this 5th game. He's not landed the quick recoveries after the kickoffs. It's a problem we saw earlier on in the series. It's coming back to haunt him now. An awkward tree thanks to the 16-month tier 1. Revezy demos CRR near ceiling height. He chased him all the way up on the wall. Problem is, by the time he gets control of the ball, CRR's respawn. But Revezy will score past him anyway. CRR maybe pre-jumping a little bit too central there. He read the fact that Revezy was in fact going to go for a flick, but he didn't get the right angle. Didn't come from the center of the goal. Cover as many shots as he maybe could if he did. Jump with a little bit more momentum. Now look at this, Revezy. No wave dash recovery needed. It's just gone straight in. He didn't even need to do anything else. What does CRR stand for? I believe it's his real name. Christian something something. I don't know what the RR is, but I think it's his real name. Can Ronaldo retire? I don't think it's that. No, I don't think it is. Kick-off goal revenge for CRR. Revezy darts into position to grab the boost and get the fast dribble started. This is going to be an impossible shot to save. And yeah, CRR, he pre-jumped so early because he knows that that's the only way that you're going to save the boomer that Revezy's lining up. I mean, with that fast of a low bounce dribble, the shot is going to disappear into the top corner. You guys have to understand, this pre-jump might look silly, but that is the only way you're covering your top corner. Problem is, Revezy doesn't even have to go for this shot, so even if you have got the top corner covered, Revezy can just go for the infield play instead. But that's why I'm always telling players, I'm always telling everybody to go for these angled dribbles. Try and get an approach on the net with an angle to work with. Because when you're going straight to the net like this, it's much harder to make something happen. Looks like Revezy will have to come back from 2 down again. CRR confidently strikes from close range in the open net. Revezy wasn't too far off getting a key bump there, but as soon as he missed it, he knew that that was going to be a 2-goal deficit. A great save by CRR. Just waited for Revezy to go over the top of him. Revezy's continued priority in the air dribble bumps throughout the series. He hit a decent spree of success for a moment, but overall CRR has been doing really well saving them, and that is a shot that's been coined by many people the impossible save. You know, you can't save the air dribble bump. That was what everyone's saying when it first burst onto the scene. Now Revezy's still trailing by 2. Only over 10 seconds, not much more than 10 seconds left, but oh my goodness, he's got CRR flopping in the net. CRR has managed to concede here. He did not need to jump this in this much of a panic. He expected Revezy to be lunging at this one quickly. Revezy was just waiting patiently. No panic, even though the time's running out. CRR fakes the kickoff. That's so smart. He's managed to avoid the direct kickoff goal, and also mind games Revezy into thinking he's going for an offensive play. Revezy leaves the ball for CRR to just ground on 0. Great stuff by CRR there. I did not expect him to be able to come out on top of Revezy, especially an active Revezy who's currently sitting number 5 in the ladder. That just shows you that ladder rank isn't everything. You know, it's often an indicator of who's going to be the favorite in a matchup. But play styles matter, form matters, and yeah, show match pressure, momentum, always going to have an impact as well. GG's to both these players. Thanks for coming on and putting on the show late night for us. All incredible games. And are both these guys playing in Fierce Tournament? I know CRR is. I don't know if Revezy is. CRR told me he was. But if they're both playing, then good luck to them.